And welcome back to Green Tiger Call Productions, and welcome to yet another bendy review for the spooky season. And this time we're having a look at one I was really looking forward to taking a look at. We're having a look at the bare bones Boris the Wolf figure from Jakks Pacific's plain old bendy line. When I say plain old bendy line, I mean just, once again, not horror characters specifically, but just characters taken directly out from the actual bendy cartoons. Well, when I say in universe cartoons rather. Yeah, and today we're having a look at my personal favorite bendy character, Boris the Wolf. And yeah, I pretty much knew I was going to like this guy from the second I picked him up. Yeah. Yeah, of course I did, because once again, my favorite character here. So getting accessories out of the way. He came with a little, what is that? It's a picnic basket. Yep. Came with a picnic basket with movable handles here. You can place this ever so gingerly in his hand. So he's ready for his Sunday brunchin'. Really neat. And then he came with this, just like the one Bendy comes with. He comes with kind of a little mini cartoon inside of a little projector. If you can just make it out in there. Oh, going kind of the wrong way. I think it's actually yeah, that's Tombstone Picnic. That absolutely is Tombstone Picnic. It's the part where Boris has the basket stuck on his head. Yeah, so that's kind of neat. That's taken right out of Tombstone Picnic, the very first bendy short ever uploaded to the official Joey Drew Studios YouTube channel. Go give it a watch, by the way. It also kind of served as a teaser for, I believe, chapter 2 of, man, it's been a while. Chapter 2 of, Bendy and the Ink Machine. But getting on to good old Boris the Friendly Wolf himself here. There's his face. He does look appropriately. Yeah. Yeah, he looks like Goofy. He's pretty much a walking homage to him. Goofy's my favorite Disney character, so, I'm going to like this guy a bit. You can definitely tell he and Goofy are cousins. Well, I mean, Goofy's a dog and Boris is a wolf, so, Or I'm sorry, Goofy is Canis Goofus. Pretty much looks exactly like the character. Nice straight up ears. Yeah, this part of his face, it isn't just painted on, it's actually sculpted. which is nice. Pie cut eyes. Yep, bendy characters love their pie cut eyes. Nice little rosy cheeks, or what would you call that? That's not exactly rosy, is it? Nice freckles. A nose that I am tempted to... Yeah. Nice overalls. Nice pocket on the front there. More pockets down here. They look like pockets. I'm assuming they're pockets. Yeah. Nice big goofy shoes. Yep. Nice. Going back to the arms here. Skinny little arms, you know. And nice big huge white gloves. So, you know, he doesn't have the... he's not like Bendy, where he has these two little... I don't know what those are called, but, you know, these two little dots. He's just got bare bones white gloves. Pretty limited color scheme. All you pretty much get is black and white. I may upload this this review and with kind of a, you know, kind of a black and white filter to, you know, kind of complete the illusion, if you will. Not this. This is sepia toned, obviously. Well, not. Well, if I do go for the filter, not obviously, but you know. Yeah. As for articulation, I had him in pose before the reviews. Down that much, up that much, side to side. Yep. So, you know, he can look really expressive. In and out at the arms, forward and back at the arms. Once again, ratcheted. You can see that there. Bend at the elbow, turn at the elbow. I think that's as far as he goes at the wrist, probably because of the thumb right there. Back at the wrist. Yeah, swivel at the wrist. So, you know. Kind of an ab crunch here. He's got this kind of midsection joint right here, and, you know, goes back a little bit, not really forward. You know, does go back, and can, you know, kind of, yeah. Yeah, it requires a little finesse. You will have to, you know, rotate it a bit like that, but yeah, it will, you can kick forward. Wait. Yeah, there is kind of a, yeah. It's kind of a joint in there. Of course, it doesn't really do much, though. Yeah, there is a hole at the bottom of his feet, so, you know, he is compatible with the stands that came with these guys, presumably. Yep. Yeah, but you kind of have to rotate him here, but yeah, he will go there. He will go out. Once again, yeah, back like that. Bend at the knee, rotate at the knee. And then I got a stiff boot here. Here, this one works a little better. Pivot like that and like that. Yeah, so Yet so pretty darn posable for a little cartoon Wolfie. Yeah. I don't think just Goofy inspired him. I think you know, also the Big Bad Wolf, the Disney interpretation of him. That is, I think that was also an inspiration for him. But yeah, getting into size comparison real quick. Here is the Tom figure from the Bendy and the Dark Revival line. And you can see Tom is a bit more well, he's not just smaller than this guy. He's also a bit more realistically built. Like look at his arm and then look at his arm. Kind of looks a bit more human. Yeah. So, like, this is Boris before and after he's seen some stuff. Yeah. Actually, this isn't Boris. This is some guy turned into Boris, but, you know, still. And then here he is with the Hula Bendy figure, who I compared this guy with him in his review, so, you know, I think they complement each other quite nicely. Yep. Yeah. Pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, once again, my favorite Bendy character. So he was bound to be my favorite figure from the very beginning. So, you know, we have that. Do I recommend this guy? Absolutely. He's a lot of fun as a figure, as a character. So this is Green Tiger Claw Productions with Big Bad Wolf, friendly little wolf, and a mischievous little imp. And we're going to sign off. See ya. That's all, folks.